Hi, this is Kevin from Reisch Roofing at 19 Schaal, Bridgewater, New Jersey, doing a repair attempt on this. This is the damaged shingle that we're replacing. These are the shingles around it. Okay. This one looks better. This one right here. Okay. All right. So we've taken the shingle out. If you can see, there are already creases forming right here, here, a little bit on the other ones, like right here. But I will finish the repair. So, Statefarm requests that we use the roof snake to do the repair attempt. This is the roof snake. The problem with this tool is Manufacturers require that the nail be flush with the roof deck. It cannot go in diagonal. It cannot go in either direction. So it has to go flat down. The problem with this is that the only way to get the nail to be flat by this design is for the bottom side of this to be flat against the shingle beneath it. So when you're hammering in the final nail, this part of the tool indents and breaks the granulars on the shingle beneath where you're nailing in. So to nail in the repaired shingle, the shingle below it will now have an indentation on the shingle. Then when I nail in the shingle above it, the shingle I'm repairing will also get damaged because of the indentation. Another issue with this tool is the initial securing of the nail is supposed to hold it in place, but when you get it underneath the shingle and you hammer it, it doesn't always stay where it's supposed to, and sometimes goes in crooked, diagonal, and you wind up causing multiple nail holes trying to get this in place. I will start to do this. Let's see how much luck I have with the nail placement, and we'll go from there. See, as you can see, it's going in. Actually, I don't know if you can see. The nail is going diagonal, even though I had it in straight. It's a constant issue of fiddling with the nail to get it perfect. This tool was a good idea, it wasn't perfected. See, as we get closer and closer to the deck, now I got to hammer against the deck, which is where we have the issue, and you start damaging this shingle beneath it. It's not perfected yet. We need to come up with an idea to create a better tool. Is this angled right? I don't know if it was angled right. Every time I get to the deck, if you can see these granulars, there's indentations from where the hammer hit. That's the problem with this tool. It's you're like essentially causing hail damage or hail-like damage on the shingles beneath it. It's still went in wrong. The nail's still went in wrong. Look at that. See how this didn't. It's just like. This is the last two nails. So you see how that went in crooked. This one's not starting to go in crooked. This tool is not very forgiving. It's causes a lot of issues. After all that, we now have hail hits. Well, we got crease forming right here, crease forming right here, crease forming right here. So you've now essentially, for one repair, you've damaged 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shingles. On top of that, you have additional nail holes that can't be reused from the old. Some nails not getting put in flush. These are not going to be able to reseal back down. As you can see, the tar strip was damaged. So essentially, all these shingles will not be able to reseal. They won't be able to operate the way the manufacturer intended. You now have hail-like dents in the shingles beneath the repairs. You also have impact sites on the repair attempt itself. You want to do this 47 times. I think you're going to be creating more damage that wasn't here prior to the storm or shouldn't be here after the storm. My professional opinion, this roof can't be repaired. It should be replaced.